Hello. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Druskininkai, Lithuania for the 2025 European Junior Classic Powerlifting Championships. For the last session of today, we have the 57 kilo juniors. It's going to be a B group and then an A group. I'm Erasmus Vance, joined by Alexandra Nodan, also known as RD Coach.
Yes, sir. Still here. We've had a phenomenal session of 52s and 74s, and I'm hoping for a good one in the 57s, even though we have a clear favorite in Marina Girard from France.
Yeah, looking at the nominations, she was not that far ahead, but looking at the openers, she's pretty much gonna match her nominated total with those, so from the looks of it, she's pretty far ahead, but we'll see what goes down during this quite a lot of attempts this evening. We're going to be starting off with the B group. Our openers ranging from 117.5 to 137.5. European record standing at 188. So from the B group, nobody's going to be reaching for that record. From the A group, we're going to have to wait and see. Maybe Girard might be in reach, but nothing certain there. And as the clock ticks down, we're going to be starting off the B group squats with Melina Sadikova of Belgium, 117.5 on the bar.
And before the first lift of the 57s, I want to ask you, do you think we can see a medal from the B group in any of the three movements, just judging by nominations?
Definitely a possibility, but the B group girls are going to have a pretty tough job breaking into A group. Maybe on deadlifts?
We'll see. Maybe bench, maybe deadlifts. Speedy at the hole, somewhat sticky towards lockout, so a bit of a segmented squat.
Three white lights, super fast yet. And we can take a look at the segmentation on the replay. Yeah, sort of uses the bounce from the hole, then recovers into a better position to finish the lift. 120 on the bar for Rotem Azran of Israel. Three white lights, a good lift.
Jury not very happy with her walking out front of the rack, and I don't know what the heck signals to our coach were for. She seemed to be signaling that no, I'm done, which is weird. That was a lovely opener.
Yeah, maybe an injury bugging her, but let's hope not. Or maybe she was signaling she's done with this weight and she's ready for the next one. Alicja Pajak of Poland, 120 on the bar. That is 3 white lights, a good lift. Pretty comfortable looking opener. And there is screaming from the crowd that I cannot understand a word of. On the platform is Maria Trelopoulou of Greece, 120 on the bar. Three white lights, a good lift. Dominika Mazur of Poland opening at 125. 7.5 kilos above her personal best.
Pretty rare sight seeing Polish women out of the A group. Yet the B group still competes with the A group.
Not the fastest opener today. It's 3 white lights.
Still warming up. She has 2 more attempts to trying to heat up and get into the swing of things.
It was already a 7.5 kilo personal best, so
Not much more you can ask out of an opener.
Marie Elisabeth Averbuch of Czechia opening at 127.5.
And 3 white lights, a good lift.
$130 on the bar for Leithy Thanlan Gaffney of Ireland.
Aggressive pre-hinge, then she drops into the hole. That's a very singular style of squatting.
She hit the hole pretty hard there, and it was visibly hard the first part of the lift.
Maybe that's just how she squats, but you can see her balance switches from the front of her toes down to her heels, then back onto the front of her toes. Very singular style.
Anna Marie Charitopoulou of Greece, 130 kilos on the bar.
Aggressive walkout. She almost made the center spotter trip.
Oh, just gets stuck halfway up. And that is unfortunately a no lift.
It's a high bar positioning. I think she just was too aggressive with it. I don't think it was a strength issue. Not the best walkout. Maybe a bit of nerves for that first squat on the European stage. I want to see that a bit slower in the second round.
Yeah, she was pointing into her feet, and it actually seemed like the weight shifted onto her fingers about halfway up where she stopped. So maybe with better foot positioning in the next round, she can get the 130. We have Wanda Penchakova of Czechia, 137.5 on the bar.
white lights, a good lift is on the board with that opener. Yeah, that's lovely. Convincing enough not to get any reds. She repeats that, she'll be fine.
A very efficient squat. And the first round of squats is behind us. For the B group, we have Penchakova leading at 137.5. Charitopoulos unfortunately off the board as she missed her opener. Everybody else on the board. And we're starting off round 2 with Melina Sadikova of Belgium at 125.
Three white lights, it's a good lift.
She matches her personal best in a pretty comfortable manner. And already on the platform with 127.5, Rotem Azran of Israel. Pretty slow second attempt. It is 3 white lights. It's a good lift. But I'm expecting a pretty small jump from there.
The thing is, members of the B group need to go all out if they want to try and compete. And they know they're not competing for a podium finish. So why not try it at 5 instead of 2.5?
Oh, they are competing also in the total, which means that loss in squats translates to a loss overall. We'll see if they take the risk. Alicja Pajak of Poland, 127.5 on the bar. Oh, another very slow second attempt. It is 3 white lights, but once again, don't know how much higher up they can push it.
The thing is, she maintains her bar positioning. I think she just tried to extend the knees a bit too early. If she can stay under the bar, I think she can squeeze in another attempt.
127.5 on the bar for Maria Trelopolo of Greece. And it's 3 white lights. Now for the athlete who has yet to put a squat on the board, Anna Maria Charitopoulou of Greece, going again for 130 kilos. Sort of a balancing issue.
Now, let's see if she's a bit more poised as she walks out the rack. Still very aggressive. Strong grip on the bar. Do not push on it though. Not a strength issue. How about depth on this one? 3 white lights. She's on the board. Sigh of relief coming from Greece.
Absolutely, and she looked far more comfortable with this one. Oh, they can load a couple more kilos on the third attempt. $132.5 on the bar for Marie Elizabeth Averbuch of Czechia. Lovely second attempt, 3 white lights.
Arguably the most comfortable we've seen so far.
One 32.5 on the bar for Dominika Mazur of Poland. This is for a 7.5 kilo personal best.
As she tips onto her heels, she's not able to manage the attempt. No lift.
That is unfortunate. She can have another go at it. Yeah, you can see the fingers lifting off the floor. 137.5 on the bar for Leithy Thanlan of Gaffney of Ireland. Three white lights and a good lift.
That was way more precise than her first attempt.
142.5 for Wanda Penchakova of Czechia. This is to match her personal best.
Great second attempt. 3 white lights, some solid lifting. And there's room for a third attempt. She could go 3 for 3, manage her personal best.
And consistent with the round of second attempts we've seen somewhere pretty hard. So for some athletes we are seeing the minimal 2.5 kilo jumps. But as we go into round 3, we have Penchakova leading at 142.5 with Gaffney in second and Avrabuch in third. Everyone's on the board and now the athletes can try and push up to their limit. Melina Sadikova of Belgium is going for 127.5.
For the first 3 for 3 of the squad event.
Three
Nice.
white lights, a good lift. So 130 on the bar for Rotem Azran of Israel. Their 2.5 kilo jump. Trying to match her personal best. Unfortunately too heavy. $130 on the bar for Alicia Pajak of Poland.
That's one sticky third attempt. I thought she had that with a knee cave. I thought it was going to be the boost she needed.
Yeah, she tries to grind through that one, but just gets stuck at the sticking point.
Now the bar is loaded.
132.5 now, going again for Dominika Mazur of Poland. This will be a big personal best for her if she can manage it.
Yeah, surprise miss of the second round after a jump of 7.5. Come on, grind it out. Wow.
That was impressive how she pushed through that, and it's 3 white lights, a good lift.
Great way to come back on the platform and score the attempt.
Bar is loaded.
132.5 on the bar for Maria Trelopoulou of Greece.
No lift.
On the bar. Bar is loaded.
A bit more hype coming from the crowd for this one.
137.5 for Anna Maria Charitopoulou. Had to repeat her opening attempt, looked far comfortable on her second try.
Controlled aggression, Anna Maria.
Yeah, her style of squatting is not the best for trying to grind out a lift.
Still, she'll be able to continue competing for a total. She managed her second attempt, so 130 on the board for the Greek.
$140 on the bar for Marie Elisabeth Averbuch of Czechia. So the 2.5 kilo personal best for her. And she gives it a good go, but it does not go up.
142.5. Bar is loaded.
$142.5 on the bar for Letty Thanlan Gaffney of Ireland. And a great looking third attempt, 3 white lights, a good lift for Gaffney. 1 squat remaining in the B group.
Bar is loaded.
Wanda Penchakova of Czechia, 145 on the bar.
Can she be the third 57 of the B group to go 3 for 3 in the squat and score a personal best?
the lights here. It's 3 white ones.
Yeah, there's our chicane, 3 white lights, a little dance off the platform. She has every reason to be happy. 3 for 3, new personal best. She tops the B group as it stands.
Absolutely, that is exactly what you want from a competition. First and foremost, personal bests, good lifting. She tops the B group, as you said, with 145, with Gaffney with 142.5 in second, and Averbuk with 132.5 in third on bodyweight from Mazur. But of course, we have 9 more lifters in the A group.
And some of them were not even supposed to be here. They were reserved, but got the call last minute, and they are here. I'm thinking about Patricia Moreno Zavala.
We'll see what they can do. And we're starting off the A group with Maria Vestra of Netherlands, 125 on the bar.
Solid opener.
$135 on the bar for the second squat of the A group for Lea Glickman of Israel. She has 30 seconds remaining.
She still needs to roll her wrist wraps though, which it takes a long time, especially with our long wrist wraps. She's gonna have to beat the buzzer with that one. 20 seconds to receive the command.
Yeah, she comes out.
Wow.
She's gonna have to rush the setup. Hopefully she gets the down command.
The down command.
The start command. I apologize.
Yeah, that's not happening with 5 seconds, right? Oh, she might do it. Such an efficient walkout.
And she does it. Let's wait for the lights. It's 2-1. A red light from the left side referee.
That's not your ideal opener, but she's all smiles as she walks the platform. But jury's overrule immediately to a no lift for lack of depth. Wow, that didn't take a long time.
I think the jury were looking at it live, didn't even wait for the replay there. $140 on the bar now for Patricia Moreno Zavala.
She's had to prep for this competition all around the world. The UK, Australia, Singapore, Spain. How does that squat look? I know she's PR'd on volume. I don't know about the single.
And it needs 3 white lights. Looking good for Zavala. $145 now on the bar for Eva Stragar of Slovenia.
Great control on the way down, but I'm unsure of depth from afar.
And that is 2 red lights for depth, unfortunately. It did seem a bit high looking at it from the commentary booth. We're going to take a look at the replay.
She receives a white from that angle, and I must admit it's slightly better than from the other side, but the jury and I are on the other side, so we saw it live and it did look borderline.
Yeah, she's going to have to go slightly lower. She's a very efficient squatter. Amelia Fox of Great Britain now going for 145.
She ended up just shy of the podium at Junior Worlds in Costa Rica, hoping for a different outcome today.
It's 3 white lights. Now for one of the podium contenders, Emilie Olin of Sweden, opening at 147.5. She was nominated in first, but from the predictions from the openers here, she'll be a bit of a way from there.
But she's a very reliable lifter. 3 white lights, solid opener. I would still put Maina as the kill favorite of the day, but who knows? If she slips up, she'll be in the hunt.
Annabelle Cox of Great Britain opening at 150 kilos.
Very narrow stance, which makes for a difficult depth to judge, but 3 white lights, a good lift. Nice pick up from the chief ref, because to judge that depth from the front, it is very difficult.
Yeah, with such a narrow stance, you cannot see the hip crease in the bottom position. You have to rely on perspectives. Francesca Zaccarin of Italy opening at 155.
A new face to the European stage and already nominated 3rd.
Yeah, definitely in with a shot at the podium.
No questions regarding depth. 3 white lights, a good lift.
And our final opener of the 57s, Maïna Girard of France, 165. Heaviest opener by quite a margin.
Can France go back to back with the women's title today? They went first and second in the 52s. She's forecasted first in the 57s. It starts with that opener.
Yeah, if she gets the opener, she'll be in the lead in the squat event even after round 2, looking at all the attempts the other competitors have put in. Very controlled. And it's 3 white lights. She's on the board and she's looking good as the favorite for the title.
Yeah, that's a great start to her day. Now it's hers to lose. Do not make too big of a jump. Just collect attempts, try and pull away now.
And as things stand, Girard is in the lead with Zaccarin in second and Cox in third. Things, of course, subject to change. We have 18 more squats remaining today, and first of those will be Maria Vestra with 135 of Netherlands. Tries to fight through it, but I'll take a look at the replay here. Was this a technical error or just too big of a jump? $142.5 on the bar now for Leah Glickman of Israel, missing 135, still opting to go 7.5 kilos up.
She got overruled for depth. That's a gutsy move.
Well, this one's a lot slower. Let's see if it was lower. And it's a 2-1 again with the red light from the left side referee.
So not safe yet from a jury intervention.
We're going to take a look at the replay. I think she did go slightly lower this time. And the jury does not intervene. Now for the final lifter without a squat on the board, Eva Stragar repeating 145.
I mean, weight didn't seem to be an issue. Slight adjustment to be made at the bottom. Ooh, from afar, it looks the same.
I have to wait for the lights, and it's 3 white ones this time. I think she went just slightly lower, which in her case was enough.
Thankfully for her, the refs on the platform are unconvinced because the jury members are not, but refs on the platform are closer than the jury.
145 on the bar for Patricia Moreno Sabala of Spain. As you said, very much an international prep.
Oh, yep. And this is the personal best squat she scored in Costa Rica for Junior Worlds. I like the little hand nod on the way up.
She knows she's got it. 3 white lights, and there is something to be said about getting accustomed to the conditions. International prep, international competition.
Yeah, maybe it's just a regular for her. Maybe she's gonna go for backups in the warm-up room, just training as usual.
Yeah, or maybe start traveling to prep for the next comp.
I don't have the money for that.
Every session a different country. 155 on the bar for Amelia Fox of Great Britain.
Yeah, provisional bronze medal in the squat event, but a jump of 10.
Slow and controlled. It is 3 white lights.
I mean, whatever she loads onto that is going to be a grind, right?
Definitely going to be a grind, but we'll see if she can stick with it and grind it out. 157.5 for Emily Olin of Sweden. 10 kilo jump, and after a very comfortable opener, I think this is appropriate temp selection from Team Sweden.
I mean, and this is what she's going to need if she doesn't want Maina to pull away. That's a lovely second from Emily Odin.
Yeah, still looking comfortable. 7.5 would match her personal best. Do you think she loads that, or she goes for a PB?
She needs to at least load that. Because as it stands, Zakarin from Italy, the new face, is closer to her than she is to Maina.
Annabelle Cox of Great Britain, 157.5 for a provisional second place in squats. Three white lights and the narrow stance working well for her. And we have 2 squats remaining in round 2. First will be 162.5 for Francesca Zaccarin of Italy.
This one's a match personal best, provisional silver. Head up, chest up as she grinds through that second.
Seemed to be pretty uneven in the bottom position. It is 3 white lights, but I wouldn't have been surprised if there was a red from one side and a completely okay looking depth from the other.
I mean, from the replay, it does look good. Would you say was any higher up from our side?
Maybe slightly, but the referees seem to think it was okay from both sides. So, and our final second attempt of the day in the squats, Maïna Girard of France, 172.5.
That's guaranteed squat gold.
And she's trying to pull away as much as possible from Zacharine, Cox and Olin.
And I wouldn't say she's just a squat specialist, she's a well-rounded athlete. So she has a possibility to pull away in each and every event.
Looks like a pretty good second attempt. 3 white lights.
Is it worthy of a 180, or did you just go for maybe 5 or even 2.5? What are you seeing, Razi?
I think a 5 would be okay here. She seems to be able to control the bar very well, be able to grind. So a 5 kilo jump I think is not unreasonable here. She already has the squat gold and she's comfortable enough to take a bit of a risk.
And just so you know, the European record is the world record. It's 188. It belongs to Jacques Jacob.
Yeah, that will not be reached today. 135 for Maria Vestra. This time the bar goes up, but unfortunately it's still red lights from the sides. And the coach is sent away by the jury. They will not be overturning that.
Bar is loaded.
145 on the bar for Leah Glickman of Israel, opting for the smallest jump in the book.
Right on the money in terms of weight. How about the lights? Unfortunately, they're all red. It's unanimous lack of depth for the Israeli.
That is unfortunate, but she's on the board. She can still put up a total.
Yeah, she was a bit far.
150 on the bar now for Eva Strgar of Slovenia. 5 kilos off her personal best. Having a bit of trouble with depth on her first attempt.
Does that look like the first or the second to you?
We'll see what the referees say. It's 3 white lights, so it seems that the squat looked like her second.
Once again, it looks slightly better from that side than from the other, so thankfully 2 for 3 in the squat.
2 for 3, and she's gonna need those 5 kilos. She's trying to finish in the top 6. 150 on the bar for Patricia Moreno Sabala of Spain.
Personal best of 5. She's gonna have to utilize that low bar position to grind out that third attempt. Vamos, Patricia. I was so close, but that sticking point just too difficult to surpass.
Yeah, she was in position to try and grind through it, but unfortunately just not there today.
Bar is loaded.
$160 on the bar for Annabelle Cox of Great Britain. She's currently in squat bronze, but that can be taken away from her by either Olin or her teammate Fox.
Unable to grind it out, no lift.
157.5 was what she had on the day, so no kilos lost there.
Bar is loaded.
Now let's see if she can be displaced off the podium by her teammate. 160 kilos on the bar for Amelia Fox of Great Britain. This is for provisional squat bronze. Oh, it's quite a fight, but just runs out of steam.
No, so no personal best for both DBs.
Yeah, Cox is still in squat bronze for the time being, with only one athlete who can take it away from her.
The bar is loaded.
Now for provisional squat silver and a guaranteed squat medal, Emily Olin of Sweden, 165 on the bar.
Oh, she's been so consistent with all three of her squats. 3 white lights, a good lift, provisional silver, and guaranteed bronze minimum.
Now that silver will only hang in the balance for about a minute, because Francesca Zaccarin is already on the platform, going for 162.5.
Oh, that's shaky on the way up. Was that down up? Was that depth? How about the lights for that squat?
It's a red, a yellow, and a white.
I'm unsure as to why it's the yellow coming, but it did seem higher up than her previous squats. Okay, jury members seem to indicate that it was not deep enough indeed, but a new face very close to grabbing a silver medal and walking away with a bronze. That's still pretty impressive.
Very much so. And for the final squat of the 57s, it's Maïna Girard of France, already in squat gold, just looking to build up her advantage overall, to make it as easy as possible for her to take the title home to France.
Yeah, and 2.5 could come in handy. She knows Olin has the advantage in the bench press event. So to come to deadlift with the biggest subtotal possible, this is important. Oh, maybe the knee caved in slightly too little. I don't know what could have. Was it a technical issue?
Maybe the knees caved in too little, maybe they caved in a bit too much. Not that technically proficient in French squats.
What do you mean by that?
I think we all know what I mean, and Girard still takes home the gold medal in squats, with Olin in silver and Zaccarin in bronze. We'll be back in about 9 minutes time for bench press. We'll see you then. And we are back in Druskininkai, Lithuania for the 2025 European Sub-Junior and Junior Classic Powerlifting Championships. We have the 57 kilo junior B and A groups ahead of us for the bench press. In the B group, the openers are ranging from 60 to 77.5 kilos. And in the squats, we've seen quite a dominant performance from Girard, taking gold. First one out will be Alicja Pajak of Poland, going for 60 kilos. Three white lights, a nice and comfortable first attempt. Same weight on the bar for Anna Maria Charitopoulou of Greece. And another comfortable opener.
At least that's much more of a comfortable opener than her opening squat.
$62.5 on the bar for Rotem Azran of Israel. And it's a no lift, unfortunately. Red from the center referee and the yellow from the side. That would mean both a depth issue and lifting of some sorts.
Two technical infractions. That could be difficult to correct. I'm not sure. I see the yellow from the side. Maybe it was the yellow for commands.
Again, not sure, but unfortunately it's going to stay a no lift. 67.5 on the bar for Marie Elisabeth Averbuch of Czechia. Three white lights, a good lift. $70 on the bar now for Maria Trelopoulou of Greece, opening 5 kilos above her personal best of 65.
Interesting. Okay, some huge progress happened in the bench press.
Yeah, it would seem so. This was a very comfortable and fast opening attempt. $75 on the bar now for Leti Tanlan Gaffney of Ireland. Is 3 white lights a good lift for Gaffney?
3 white lights, a good lift.
$77.5 will be on the bar now for Melina Sadikova of Belgium.
Melina hit all 3 squats. She ended up 127.5. That was a new personal best. She's opening on her personal best. Oh, she lost positioning at the bottom.
Yeah, that's going to be a miss, unfortunately. But as long as it's a technical issue that she can fix in round 2, she should be okay. Yeah, I think she lost positioning on her left side. $77.5 on the bar for Vanda Penchakova of Czechia.
To the 1, a good lift, 1 red from the left side. Depth very difficult to judge from the side. I'm excited to see how this looks on the replay. Was that a great pickup from our left referee? I think it could be.
Yeah, the left elbow was slightly higher than the right one. So if there was a depth issue, it would have been on the left side. And we are going into round 2, 62.5 on the bar for Rotem Azran of Israel, repeating her opening attempt. Three white lights, a good lift. She's on the board. 62.5 on the bar for Alicja Pajak of Poland. Three white lights, good lift. $65 on the bar for Anna Maria Charitopoulou of Greece. 5 kilo personal best here.
that's a grind. Did the bar dip though? It keeps on going up, but I think I saw a bit of movement. Ooh, how about the lights? 3 white lights. That was a pause, not a dip. Thankfully.
Thankfully, just barely not a dip though. Did a great job to hold on to that. The bar made a full stop twice or maybe even 3 times throughout the lift. What an impressive job to grind it out, but where do you go from there? It's 72.5 on the bar for Marie Elizabeth Averbuth of Czechia. It's for a matched personal best. And
Three
his
white
three
lights.
white lights.
Bar is loaded.
$75 on the bar now for Maria Trelopoulou of Greece. It's another pretty grindy second attempt. A blue and the red, unfortunately. We're gonna take a look at the replay. Maybe I can see a red for the right side, but I don't see a blue.
Discussions happening at the jury table.
And the bar is loaded for Melina Sadikova of Belgium, repeating 77.5 after missing her opening attempt.
It seemed that last time around she lost control of her left side on the bench. The whole right shoulder just slipped out the bench.
It can happen if you're not used to the stiffer bench pad. Let's hope she can adapt and do it better on her second try.
No loss of tension. This time it is much better. We're still
So-
missing 1 light though. Hopefully nothing wrong with the lift. I think it's an issue with the remote, so we're gonna throw up the flags in the air. 1, 2, and 3. It's a good lift.
Yeah, it's 3 white flags, and everyone has a bench press on the board in the B group. Dominika Mazur up next, 77.5 kilos. It just seems too heavy off the chest. $80 kilos on the bar now for Leti Tanlan Gaffney of Ireland. It's a 2-1 with a yellow from the right side referee, so we're going to take a look at the side replay, see if there was any sort of lifting, besides the lifting of the bar, of course. There was some movement in the glutes and the jury
jury's
overruled
overruled.
it. It was very momentary, but enough for the jury to spot it. That is unfortunate. but it is according to the rules. 80 kilos for Wanda Pinchakova of Czechia. And it's a 2-1, another yellow from the side. And we're gonna take another look at another side replay. Really hard to spot any sort of lifting here because of the foot positioning. Didn't see anything. Starting off round 3 with 65 is Alicja Pajak of Poland. And it's 3 white lights, a good lift. 67.5 on the bar for Rotem Azran of Israel.
Three white lights, it's a good lift. She won't be hitting your personal best, but after building your opener, I think just being shy to it is already good enough.
Absolutely, you make the most you can out of the situation you're put in. 67.5 on the bar for Anna Maria Charitopoulou.
I think she tried to utilize more leg drive than what she's used to, and it didn't work out in her favor.
And unfortunately a no lift. Marie Elisabeth Averbuch of Czechia going for 75, a new personal best for her final bench attempt. And it's 3 white lights, a good lift. $75 on the bar now to repeat the second attempt for Maria Trelopoulou of Greece. It's a 2-1, but a yellow from the center referee. Will be possibly the head lifting, skipped command. Probably for the command. Did not hear it though. 77.5 now for Dominika Mazur of Poland.
Retake from the second round. I think she dropped down at the bottom a bit too hard. No lift.
Ireland, 80 kilos, weightlifting, bar is loaded.
And another reattempt from the second round. Leti Tanlan Gaffney of Ireland going again for 80 kilos.
Oh, that is much better than the second round. How about the lights? No yellows, no reds, no nothing. 3 white lights. She's on the board with that bench.
Great recovery in round 3.
Bar is loaded.
82.5 on the bar for Melina Sadikova of Belgium. And just too heavy, it seems, unfortunately.
Bar is loaded.
82.5 on the bar for Wanda Penchakova of Czechia. The final lift of the B group. She is already leading in bench press, but of course the entirety of the A group is to come, and there's some pretty big benchers there.
Can she be the second lifter to go 3 for 3 out of the B group?
And she does. It's 3 white lights. She goes 3 for 3. Great position there.
In the meantime, guess what? I'm gonna inform you that I'm gonna banquet Sunday, 8 p.m.
And of course, she's in the lead with 82.5. Penchakova. Gaffney is in second for the time being with 80, and Sadikova with 77.5 in third. Just looking at the prognosis here, Gaffney from the B group might be dangerous to the A group lifters, both in deadlift and in total.
Yeah, maybe a top 8 finish, maybe more, depending on what she can pull off in the deadlift event.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. The openers for the B group, for the A group, ranging from 65 all the way to 115 kilos. She's 5.5 off the European and World Junior record. Starting off with 65 for Leah Glickman of Israel.
That's good enough. That's 3 white lights for Leah.
75 on the bar now for Eva Strgar of Slovenia. Three white lights.
It's a bit slow for an opener, Azem.
Oh, if you've seen her squats, none of her lifts are particularly fast. I was more afraid that she almost skipped the press command there, I think.
Yeah, I think she timed it well, but she also stabilized very quickly, I must say.
That is true. She is a very controlled lifter. Amelia Fox of Great Britain, successful at 75.
It's strictly business so far from Emilia Fox, but you'll see when deadlift rolls around, she's a different beast.
And you can see the deadlifting arms in the bench press. Her teammate Annabelle Cox is up next, 82.5 on the bar for a matched personal best. And it's three white lights, a good lift. $85 on the bar now for Patricia Moreno Sabala.
She scored at 145, a match personal best. She slightly missed out on 150. That low bar sticking point was too difficult to surpass.
And just about.
To the one, a good lift, a red from the front for lack of elbow depth.
We're gonna take a look at the front replay and judge for ourselves. I think she reaches depth, then rocks slightly to the left side.
It's movement at the bottom. But at first, I think she reaches proper depth. Maybe she slides down onto her left side.
Perhaps the jury won't interfere from the looks of it, so
One of the jury members is giving a thumbs up to someone in the crowd, so I think they're happy with the lift. They've moved on.
95 on the bar for Francesca Saccarin of Italy. She's gonna have to hurry up a bit. 20 seconds left. And receives the command. Nice.
There's going to be 3 white lights for our first bench on the European stage.
Yeah, staying nice and technical there. Now for our title favorite, needing to still grab as many kilos as she can to avoid any sort of a chase down on deadlifts, is Maïna Girard of France, opening at 95.
That's some good French pronunciation for a Slovenian, Rafa.
Did 3 years of French in primary school. I can count and I can pronounce names.
That's all you need for powerlifting.
Exactly.
Strength not an issue. How about the lights? To the one, a good lift, one, a yellow. We'll see. Maybe she didn't cover the reins because I think the command was properly timed. Reins are covered. Everything seems fine. Elbows are extended. I'm unsure as to what that yellow was for.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't spot any egregious error there. And the lift will remain a good lift. The box will stay green, and we have 2 more attempts remaining. Maria Vestra of Netherlands, 97.5. Three white lights, pretty comfortable opener.
And already all bench medals are in the A group.
Each opener, 115 kilos. Bar is loaded.
That next one I'm excited to see.
Yeah, all bench medals are already in the A group. But if Emily Olin here is successful with her opening attempt, I think we can pretty safely say that we also know who the gold is gonna go to. It's 115 kilos and well ahead of her competitors and within reaching distance of the European and World Junior records. To be honest, not
Exactly.
that far of the open records at 123.
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering how this one is going to move because a chip would be a huge strategical advantage against Maina. Very pronounced sink. 2 to 1, a good lift, 1 yellow from the side. That's scary sight for a sinker. Let's pay close attention to the glutes because the heels are on. Oh, yep. They were up in the air. I think it's pretty clear to see. Juria Zoe ruled it. No lift for Emily Olin.
And
She
that is
drops
unfortunate.
even further back. Maina's pulling away and Olin is missing.
We'll see what happens in round 2 of the bench press. We're starting off with Leah Glickman of Israel, 67.5 on the bar for a matched personal best. And it's 3 white lights, a good second attempt for Glickman.
Bar is loaded.
77.5 on the bar for Eva Strgar of Slovenia.
Great control on the way down. It's a difficult press. It paused. I don't think it dipped. 1 blue though.
There's
But still a
one
good
blue
lift.
light. We're gonna take a look at the replay.
It's on the line. I mean, we're calling it as we're seeing it, but refs are much closer than we are.
Yeah, the dip here I think was philosophical almost. Because if the bar stops, does it really stop or can it move a few nanometers downwards?
When it dips and it's a Slovenian, it's philosophical, and when it dips and it's on any other nation, it's blue.
80 kilos for Amelia Fox. Seems to be 3 yellows. Skipped command, I would presume.
Surely that is.
Otherwise looking comfortable, but if you skip the press command, it can make a lift easier, so...
Yeah, 100%.
Annabelle Cox of Great Britain going for 85. And that's 3 white lights, a good lift. And still looking good for a couple of kilos more.
Spain, 90 kilos on the bar. Bar loaded.
90 kilos on the bar now for Patricia Moreno Sabala. This is to match her personal best.
Same game plan as in the squat, going for a match personal best on the second and trying to see what's left. Huge arch, hopefully no rest this time.
Oh, and unfortunately that's 2 yellows and a red from the center referee. So the lift was not deep enough, and the yellows from the side.
Yeah, nothing the coach is going to be able to do with that one. Glutes are up in the air. It's clear to see on the replay.
It's a very slight lift, but unfortunately any lift is cause for disqualification. And she'll get a chance to reattempt that 90. 100 kilos now on the bar for Francesca Saccarin of Italy. And that is a no lift.
And that's what can happen when you add 5 to a bench on those lighter weight classes. It's almost 10% body weight that you're trying to jump.
Yeah, and 5% increase in weight. So going for a comfortable triple to a semi-challenging single. Same weight, 100 kilos for Maïna Gihard of France.
Personal best of 5 on the platform.
And she'll be pulling ever further away from Olin.
To the one, a good lift, 1 yellow from the left hand side. In terms of strength, that looked like a reasonable second.
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay, see the reason for the yellow light.
I see a contraction, but I don't see the glutes leaving the bench.
I would completely agree. There was tensing movement, but they stayed in contact, which means she is currently in the provisional lead in bench press. But it can be taken away from her by Maria Vestra at 102.5. Seems to be no problem.
Yeah, I don't know how that was no problem because her hand positioning was very asymmetrical. She was inside the rings on the right and outside the rings on the left.
Well, maybe she's compensating for an imbalance by positioning the hands unevenly, because the bar moves very evenly.
Exactly, which is surprising. I mean, that's very specific to her, I guess.
Interesting adaptation, but if it works, it works. And she's currently in bench press gold, will be in bench press silver if Emilie Olin can make this attempt. 115 kilos. She'll be unreachable in bench gold if she gets this. Lifting of the glutes on the first attempt.
See, the speed out of the chest is different, which means she tried to adapt, but still 1 yellow coming from the left hand side.
We're gonna take a look at the replay again. And I think this time the glutes stayed in contact.
Yep, and jury seems to agree with you.
Now we'll see if she tries to go for a conservative jump or straight for the
I think she
European
should,
record.
because this looked significantly more challenging than her opener.
That is true. But they have put in the European record. I like the bravery.
Okay.
Round 3 is underway, and it's 70 kilos on the bar for Leah Glickman of Israel. Another personal best. 2-to-1 good lift with a red from the center, and we're going to take a look at that front side replay. See if there was indeed a depth issue. That might have been a little high. I can see where the red's coming from. We'll see if the jury says anything about it. 80 kilos on the bar now for Eva Stragar of Slovenia. Let's hope she can avoid any philosophical or literal downward movement of the bar. Unfortunately, just too heavy for Eva this time. She's gonna have some ground to make up in deadlifts if she wants to reach her goal of top 6.
Bar is loaded.
80 kilos on the bar for Amelia Fox of Great Britain. Didn't seem to be a weight issue on the second attempt.
No, just didn't wait for the command.
Yeah, 3 yellows. And this time, if she waits, she should be able to press it. Oh, it is a bit harder with the press command, but it's 3 white lights and a good lift for Fox.
Bar is loaded.
87.5 on the bar for Annabelle Cox.
Nice third attempt from Annabelle Cox. 3 white lights, a personal best of 2.5. 3 for 3 in the bench.
Very nice execution.
Spain. We have taken 90 kilos. Bar is loaded.
90 kilos now, going for a second time for Patricia Moreno Sabala of Spain, trying to match her personal best.
Not gonna be an easy task. She's retaking it from the second round after having the glutes up in the air and a lack of elbow depth. So 2 things to correct.
The glutes I don't think would be that much of an issue. They lifted very slightly and very momentarily. Depth she's gonna want to be mindful of. Let's wait for the lights, and it's 3 white ones this time. She manages the 90 kilos.
Francesca Facciano. Italy. We attempting 100 kilos. Bar is loaded.
One 100 kilos on the bar for Francesca Saccarin, retaking her second attempt. This will put her into provisional bronze onto the bench podium.
Come on.
Looks a lot better this time. And it's 3 white lights. She's on the bench press podium.
So she has a guaranteed medal in the squat, a bronze one, and as it stands, she's on the bench podium for her first outing as a European athlete. That's great.
Very impressive. Now can Maïna Girard take the bench press podium away from her? She's going for 102.5 on the exact same body weight as Vestra, but because Vestra did her 102.5 before Girard, she will not be overtaking her.
And usually she has troubles with transferring performance from the gym to the platform in the bench press event. Not this time, which is great, so I'm thinking that 102.5 is very reasonable for her.
Yeah, looks strong. I think she hit the rack a little bit there, but it's 3 white lights and she's on the bench podium. Bench press bronze medal goes to France.
Did she clip the rack? I think you're right. I think she did. And nonetheless, she managed the attempt. 3 whites, all good. And the bench podium.
Now 105 on the bar for Maria Vestra of Netherlands. Has the bench press silver. This is just to add 2.5 kilos on her subtotal. And it looks like a great third attempt. 3 white lights. Bench press silver for Netherlands. And we have the final bench press of the 57s, the final bench press of the day awaiting us. And it's a big one. It's 121 kilos for a new world record for Emily Olin of Sweden. She has the bench press gold. Can she get the world record?
Yeah, it's a record that could go from Sweden to Sweden. It was established in 2019 in Lithuania, in Kaunas, by Donna Berglund. Family of ventures at the Berglunds.
Can she take it from one Swede to herself?
I think she has the strength to do so. She just needs to maintain all points of contact doing so.
Yeah, perfect execution required. Strength definitely there. Wow! Presses it up. And it's a yellow from the side again, so we're gonna take a look at that replay before we call anything. Let's take
Is
a
it
look.
a valid world record?
Ooh, that is very much on the line. Will the jury? And the jury does not overrule. She holds the world record at 121, taking the bench press gold. Emily Olin of Sweden. Bench press silver goes to Netherlands, to Maria Vestra with 105, and the bench press bronze goes to France, to Girard with 102.5. We'll be back in about 9 minutes time for the deadlifts. We'll see you then. And we're back from Druskininkai, Lithuania for the 2025 European Junior Classic Powerlifting Championships presented by Maniac Fitness. Here are the subtotals for the 57s. Emily Olling currently in lead from Girard and Sakharin. But of course that is all subject to change after deadlift openers when Girard will take quite a sizable lead if she's successful. But of course, first we are going through the B group and we have openers ranging from 125 to 165. First opener for Dominika Mazur of Poland, 125. Looking strong, 3 white lights and a good lift, a total on the board. 130 on the bar for Rotem Azran of Israel.
Three white lights, a good lift. Hoping to see a lot more of that. Easy, smooth openers, everyone securing a total. Would you say the deadlift is the movement in which we see the least amount of people bomb out?
Probably. It has the fewest technical infractions and people tend to open the easiest, I would say. 137.5 for Maria Trelopolo of Greece. I was actually thinking of another discussion right before this session. Do you think we see more B group medals in male or female categories?
That's an interesting question.
'Cause I have a feeling we see it more often with men, but I don't have any factual basis for that aside from my intuition and experience.
If we have a few data enthusiasts watching the stream, let us know.
142 for Wanda Penchakova of Czechia.
Explosive off the floor.
3 white lights, a good lift. One 47.5 on the bar for Anna Maria Charitopoulou.
Charitopoulou has an up and down day so far. 1 attempt in the squat, 2 in the bench.
Oh, first deadlift looks good. 3 white lights. And let's hope she can gather momentum for a strong finish. 3 for 3 on deadlifts.
Yeah, hopefully.
Marie-Elisabeth Averbuch of Czechia, 150 on the bar.
That's one convincing opener, 3 white lights, a good lift.
Yeah, looking very comfortable. One 52.5 on the bar for Melina Sadikova of Belgium.
Went 3 for 3 in the squat, 127.5. Only 1 for 3 in the bench,
3 white lights. Nice and fast opener.
Bar is loading.
$165 on the bar? No, $155 on the bar for Leti Thanlan Gaffney of Ireland. Dropped her opener by quite a bit. I'm suspecting the 177.5 was a sort of a deception tactic.
And with the toes poised that outwards, it is very difficult to balance that lockout. And I saw some struggles there, so with more weight, it might be even more difficult.
Bar is loading.
$165 on the bar now for Alicja Pajak of Poland, the last opener of the B group.
Not the most controlled hip shoot we've ever seen, but still it's efficient. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Dominika Mazur from Poland. 130 kilos. Is our second round of deadlift.
A bit of work to get the hips through at the lockout, but so far so good. A row of green or a column of green for first attempts. Every B group lifter has secured a total, and we're moving on into round 2. 130 on the bar for Dominika Mazur.
Three white lights. Good lift.
3 white lights, a good lift for Mazur.
Bar is loaded.
$140 on the bar now for Rotem Azran of Israel. 10 kilo jump from her opening attempt. Super fast off the floor. Might I say aggressively fast off the floor? They say you have to be patient with sumo. Do they say that? I think they say that.
Maybe? I don't know.
Never done it or never said it?
Both. I pull conventional. No, I don't.
You shouldn't tell people your Instagram handle before making false claims like that. 147.5 on the bar for Maria Trelopoulou. Comfortable looking second attempt there. 3 white lights.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of room for a third, actually.
Wanda Pensatova from Czechia. Bar is not loaded yet. Lead the bar. Now is the bar loaded.
$150 on the bar for Wanda Penchakova of Czechia. This is for a 2.5 kilo personal best.
It's a good lift.
3 white lights, it's a good lift. I think with some more baby powder and a lot of determination, she can squeeze in another 5.
Bar is loaded.
It's going to be the determination that will count here.
The strength, the belief, and the determination.
Where have I heard those words before? It's almost like the first three letters are written on the panel behind Anna Maria Charitopoulou, now going for 155 for her second attempt.
Match personal best.
Deadlift's looking way better.
Yeah, just like expected, slow off the floor, but very speedy once it goes up.
Yeah, I think she has gathered some momentum now for a strong finish.
Sadikova and Gaffney are up next. And the bar is loaded.
Marie-Elisabeth Averbuch of Czechia, 157.5. Very convincing opener at 150.
But no lift.
I want to see what exactly went wrong there.
Was then too big of a jump? I think she never waited for the command. Head started slipping, lockout was not convincing, and she put the bar back down.
Yeah, the knees were not fully extended and the grip was giving out, so unfortunately no lift. 162.5 on the bar for Melina Sadikova of Belgium.
This would give her a personal best total of 5.
Oh, and it's no lift, unfortunately. Can't power through the lockout.
I think it was a balance issue. And we've mentioned multiple times during this championship that locking out a sumo in terms of balance is way more difficult than locking out a conventional.
Yeah, I think her left leg locked out, her right one didn't quite, and she started losing balance both sideways and forwards to backwards. Let's hope she can recover. Try and do it on her third attempt. Leti Thanlang Gaffney now of Ireland, 162.5.
And look at her stance once again. You're gonna see it's a very singular sumo stance. Almost parallel to the bar.
Yeah, practically.
A lot of hip mobility though.
Yeah, wants to open his hips up as much as possible. And balance doesn't seem to be an issue there.
And the bar is loaded.
Alicia Payak now 175 for the final second attempt of the B group.
And with the hips kicking back, she might have lost her lumbar spine positioning. It made for a very difficult lockout. It's going to be all 3 blues for supporting on the thighs.
That is unfortunate. That was really hard work, and let's hope she can maybe do it better on her third attempt, but this must have taken so much energy out of her.
I mean, in the 52 is pretty much the same scenario for Mathilde Petit in the second round, and she managed to recover in the third round.
That is true. We'll see. As things stand, Payak is still leading with 165 in the B group, with Gaffney in second and Charitopoulou in third. 135 on the bar for Dominika Mazur of Poland.
Three white lights, convincing enough for all three lifts to beat 9 white lights in the deadlift event.
And we're seeing our first attempt change. It's going to be 150 for Rotem Azran of Israel.
Is loaded.
10-kilo jump. Another 10-kilo jump after a successful 10-kilo jump from first to second. Can she do it? Ace 3 white lights, looks like she can.
And even though she's extra hype and over the moon with that last deadlift, she takes a few seconds to thank the referees, which is good.
The bar is loaded.
Maria Trelopoulou now of Greece, going for 152.5, 5-kilo personal best.
Come
And
on,
she
knock
knocked
it
it
out. She does just that. 3 white lights, new personal best.
New personal best and 3 for 3 in deadlifts. Great finish to the competition.
She's coming for personal best by 5 kilos. Bar is loaded.
155 on the bar for Wanda Penchakova of Czechia. 5-kilo improvement on her personal best. Can she lock it out?
She never stopped moving, never stopped pulling, and she's receiving 3 white lights.
What
Insane.
a fight and what a reward. You can see by the look on her face when she reaches the top how surprised she was that she managed to push the hips through.
Yeah, that's actually very impressive. And out of the B group, she could land the top and finish in the class.
157.5 on the bar for Marie Elisabeth Averbuch of Czechia.
Ran out of steam, unable to lock out that final deadlift. No lift.
160 kilos. It's the last attempt. 5-kilo personal best. If successful, the bar is loaded.
$160 kilos on the bar for Anna Maria Charitopoulou of Greece. She's regained momentum in deadlifts. Second one looked pretty strong.
That one's going to be difficult. One final pull to go, 3 for 3 in the deadlift event for 355 in total. This will be a personal best of 10 in total. How impressive is that final pull, Raza?
The first part was super hard, but she just stuck with it, and it got easier and easier further up she went.
Wow.
So impressive. Basically a paused deadlift there.
Yeah,
And the hardest version of the paused deadlift.
we had 2 to 3 seconds mid-shins where we thought she was starting to fail the lift.
But no, not her.
Wow.
That was quite an impressive lift. 165 on the bar for Melina Sadikova of Belgium.
For a PB total of 7.5, 165 is a big ask after failing 162.5.
We'll see, maybe with a technical fix. A bit more determination. Now she's working for it, and she does lock it out pretty well, but yeah, I was afraid there's blue lights. That is absolutely maximal effort. She collapses there, but I think she's okay.
She recovered quickly. She's on her feet, living the platform with her coach.
Well,
Safe and sound.
you can say she didn't give it her all.
Absolutely no regrets.
2 deadlifts remaining in the B group. 167.5 for Letithan Langafney of Ireland. This will be a small personal best in deadlift.
And provisional 6th position too. Of course, that's unforecasted total. If she lands the top 10, that's already good enough.
If she lands in the top 9, she's beaten at least someone from the A group.
So 385 it is, but that's already a huge improvement on 355. That was our nominated total.
30
Plus 30.
Yeah, plus 30 on the total is definitely something to write
yeah.
about in the captions of your Instagram recap.
Instagram recap made with our partners Total Focus, you mean?
Get the best competitions photos there. And one final pull from the B group, 177.5 for Alicja Pajak of Poland. Missed 175, opting to go to 177.5.
So provisionally the biggest deadlift, but surely one that can compete with some of the A group, maybe a top 6, top 7.
Yeah, we'll see how the A group goes. Can she lock it out though? The bar's stuck, unfortunately, just before lockout.
That same lumbar positioning, that makes for an extra difficult lockout. I mean, when you need to faire some curl, the last part of your deadlift, that's too difficult. Exciting times now, moving on to the A group.
Exciting times. Pajak is still leading in deadlifts, but she'll be pushed off the podium with only the A group openers. They are ranging from 132.5 all the way up to 190. I don't think the 190 is close enough to the European and World Junior and Open records, all standing at 231.5.
I mean, Jad Jacob's a different beast, man.
That is true. 132.5 for Maria Vestra of Netherlands. Took a bench press silver. And his 3 white lights, she secures a total. 140 now for the opening attempt of Patricia Moreno Zabala of Spain. 30 kilos below her opening attempt, just looking for a nice and easy opener here.
I know for quite some time she's had troubles with her back. Deadlift was difficult in training. How is she looking today?
And the 140 seems comfortable. 3 white lights. We'll see if she can reach the personal best of 170.
It seems quite far based on that opener.
Yeah, at least I get as close to it as possible.
I mean, in Costa Rica, she only managed 150. She looks good for that today, that is for sure.
Yeah, I think the 150 would be a second attempt here. And see how much further they can go. 150 on the bar for Emily Olin of Sweden.
The day she manages to improve her deadlift, wow, she'll be unbeatable. With that bench, wow. Super smooth.
Very comfortable. 3 white lights. Still don't think she'll be able to chase down Girard, but
I mean, after openers, that's a 29 kg gap. Do you think she has 29 more on her deadlift?
she could possibly cover 30 kilos on deadlifts, but it would also require Girard to miss her second and third attempts, which we'll see how the first one moves.
Yeah, let's not jinx anyone.
Absolutely. 155 for Eva Stragar of Slovenia.
Three white lights. You don't know what to make of that first deadlift. I see you're a bit hesitant. Were you expecting this one to move quickly?
I don't know the characteristics of her sumo. She's only recently switched to it. Been pulling conventional for a pretty long time. Decided to switch to sumo, so we'll see how the second one moves. Annabelle Cox going for 160.
That was quick. Three white lights.
Seems to be absolutely no problem. $165 on the bar for Francesca Saccarin of Italy. This should be third going into round 2 of deadlifts, if everyone gets their openers on the board.
Wow, okay.
Super fast.
Three white lights. First Euros junior for her last year as a junior. But still, she's closer to second position than to fourth.
Maybe we'll see her trying to chase down Olin.
I mean, if Olin is looking at Maïna, that's an opportunity for Zakarin to try and pull ahead.
Yeah, Olin will have a balancing game to play between trying to attack for first position and defend for second.
Bar is loaded.
$172.5 for Amelia Fox. Deadlifts are where she shines.
Yeah, pull out not to be overlooked. Personal best of 197.5.
Well, we're expecting this to be fairly easy.
That is indeed fairly easy. Three white lights, a good lift. Can she reach the milestone of 200 for her last competition as a junior?
Oh, we'll see what they put in for the second attempt. Second attempts are all about setup for the
It depends
final.
though. If you're chasing a podium, it might not be pacing, it might be placing. Trying to take the upper hand on someone, forcing them into a third pull.
That is true. In her case though, I don't think she has her eyes set on the podium. I think Saccarin is too much in the lead, especially if she makes her second attempt.
I think she's just looking at a deadlift medal.
175 for Leah Glickman of Israel. white lights, a good lift, and we have one final opener remaining.
190 kilos, bar is loaded.
190 kilos on the bar for Maïna Girard. With this, she secures a 465 total, puts herself into a pretty commanding lead. And it looks pretty comfortable. As comfortable as 3.5 times your body weight can be.
That's a crazy sentence to say, but yep, that was very easy with 3 times body weight. I would say that a second pull seals the deal. Any second pull.
Yeah, even 5 kilos more. I think she'll be going for more than 5 kilos more here. She has the deadlift gold for the time being, with Glickman in silver and Fox in bronze. Things, of course, subject to change after rounds 2 and 3. 140 on the bar for Maria Vestra of Netherlands.
The right lights, a good lift, a scrappy one though.
Bar is loaded.
$150 on the bar for Patricia Moreno Sabala. This will match her deadlift from Costa Rica about 2.5 months ago.
That doesn't look like top end. Let's go for another 7.5, maybe another 10.
Yeah, I think 10 would be in the cards here.
If she wants to go all out, I think that's the move. I mean, this is going to be our final pull as a junior and our final pull as a 57.
Oh, make it count then.
Exactly.
165 on the bar for Eva Strgar of Slovenia. This is now to gauge where she can land with her total.
Okay. That's the exact same pull as our opener.
Yeah, a bit grindy off the floor, but all of her lifts are grindy. She's a very slow lifter, so the speed cannot deceive you. And as long as the speed is consistent.
Bar is loaded.
$165 on the bar for Emily Olin of Sweden. Trying to pull ahead as much as possible from Sakharin, secure the silver overall.
You would think a 15 kilo jump is a lot, but she's deadlifted 175 before.
Yeah, and the 150 was really, really fast.
As always, you can always bet on the Swedish coaching staff to be right.
I would definitely not bet against them, and that is a very comfortable second attempt. She would need another 15 kilos to break the total that Girard currently holds even before her second attempt. So she'd still need something to go terribly wrong for the French to grab the title. But the silver medal position is pretty secure. Annabelle Cox, 170 for Great Britain. And that is 3 white lights, a good lift.
Did the bar almost start to slip up at lockout?
We'll check on the replay.
See, on the right side it rolls, the fingers start to open up a bit. I'm afraid that with more weight, it's going to show earlier.
We'll see. 175 for Francesca Sakharin. She'll put herself into a very strong bronze medal position. maybe with a possibility to go for silver with a really big pull. It's 3 white lies. The 10 extra kilos definitely show, but she's pretty secure in bronze overall. And Olin is going to be pulling way up ahead.
And the bar is loaded.
185 on the bar now for Lea Glickman of Israel. This is 3 kilos off her personal best.
With no baby powder too.
No powder, but it was a pretty hard lockout there. No downwards movement. Manages to keep the bar moving upwards. We'll see if they put the powder on her legs for a third attempt. It would definitely make it easier for that lockout.
I mean, we have some strong pullers in the class. If she wants to hold on a deadlift medal, she might need some.
$187.5 for Amelia Fox of Great Britain, 15 kilo jump. And we expected nothing less, I think.
Exactly. Three white lights, a good lift. Can we see 200?
Yeah, it was a bit more work towards the lockout. A 12.5 kilo jump with pretty optimal deadlift leverages.
I think she might just load 2.5 more than whatever Maina loads, just to collect deadlift gold.
Well, she'd have to load 2.5 more than
Yeah, she doesn't have body weight.
Girard loads. 195 on the bar. Still looking comfortable. 3 white lights.
If she continues on pushing on at that and progressing like that, she'll be the third best 57 in France. And we have the best in the world being Jade Jacob, and the fourth best in the world being Sylvain Pal, the European champion. That's good problems to have 3 competitive 57s.
Yeah, the problem is there can only be 2 per category. She's gonna have to fight her way through the national nominations, but she has another year left of juniors. And we're starting off round 3 with 145 for Marie Vestra. It comes off the floor but cannot lock it out. $155 on the bar for Patricia Moreno Sabala for the final pull of her junior and for the final pull of her 57 career.
So 155 it is, 3 for 3 in the deadlift, 390 in total. And this, yes, is going to be our final total as a junior and as a 57. In the 63s we go, try and build up some muscle, increase the total, and be back in the European scene in maybe 2 to 3 years.
$172.5 on the bar now for Eva Strgar of Slovenia. trying to take sixth place overall away from Glickman of Israel, hoping that Glickman will be fighting for a deadlift medal and possibly miss. Sixth place. Remo. But it does not break the floor, unfortunately. Not the best day, and she'll remain in seventh. Six poles remaining. We have the deadlift medals to decide. And from the looks of it, the silver medal overall to decide. 172.5 on the bar for Emilie Olin of Sweden. This will put her on a 458.5 total. If she misses, Sakharin will try and have a go at her.
This will give her an 8.5 kg personal best total. Still a strong day for Emilie Olin.
Can she lock it out? I want to wait for the lights here. Is 3 white lights.
So that's provisional second position. It's going to be a big ask for Zakharin to bump up her attempt even more. And she's decided to drop down. Italy has changed her attempt. So Olin will be vice champion behind Marina Girard. I think that's a sensible decision for Zakharin. This is her first outing.
Yeah, it's definitely the reasonable decision here, because Fox with a 200 would be breathing down her neck if she happened to miss. So just playing it safe. Annabelle Cox of Great Britain, 175 for a new personal best. That is right about what she had on the day. 3 white lights, great third pole.
Bar is loaded.
$185 on the bar now for Francesca Sakharin, trying to protect the bronze medal overall and hop into deadlift bronze provisionally ahead of Glickman.
She's had such a solid day. Come on, stand up with it. I don't know about that lockout on the right side though.
And it's a 2-to-1 good lift. There is a red for the lockout, and the jury will review that lift.
I think she's gonna be happy that the camera is on the other side.
Yeah, the right side definitely looks way better.
They're giving it to her, so she's improved by 2.5 on her local meet. 447.5 in total. Bronze medalist in the class. That is impressive.
Definitely something to write home about. Now with 187.5, Elia Glickman is going for deadlift bronze. Can she bring home the medal? It's coming off the floor and she's fighting it, but the knees lock too soon. And that is a no lift, unfortunately.
Valiant effort.
Great effort there. And the overall podium is now decided, but the deadlift podium is not.
Yep, someone is shooting for deadlift gold on body weight.
And that someone is Emilia Fox of Great Britain, going for 195, dropping down from 200. She will overtake Girard on body weight, and Girard will have a chance to answer.
on, keep pulling.
Can she lock it out? I think she can.
And you know what? She might have had 200 in the tank and 3 white lights, provisional deadlift gold.
Now an attempt change from Team France. Presuming they're going to drop it down to 197.5.
Yep, they've dropped it down to 197.5.
And it's going to be the last pull of the 57 kilo juniors. Maïna Girard for France going for 197.5. She's your European 57 kilo champion. She took the squat gold. Can she add the deadlift gold? And the bar is loaded. It's just a 2.5 kilo jump.
And look at her, all smiles, enjoying this moment on the platform. She's not taking it for granted. She's having one final pull to improve her mark, 472.5 for your new European junior champion of the 57s, Maïna Girard from France.
It breaks the floor and she locks it out. And that is 3 white lights for deadlift gold for Girard.
Wow.
She is your European champion and she's your squat and
Squat
deadlift gold medal
Bench
holder.
bronze, deadlift gold, overall gold. Wow. She's gonna walk home with a heavy neck.
Pretty heavy. Let's hope her back doesn't hurt from it. And these are the final standings in the deadlift. Sakharin with 185 on bodyweight takes bronze from Glickman. Fox in silver with 195 and Girard with 197.5 takes the deadlift gold. In the overall rankings with 447.5, Francesca Sakharin from Italy grabs the bronze medal with 458.5. Emilie Olin of Sweden is your vice champion and with 472.5. Maïna Girard for France is your 57 kilo junior European champion. What a performance. Stay with us for the medal ceremony and we'll see you back tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the 83 kilo C group.